Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar. By now I'm sure some of you know that I'm not just a GTA enjoyer, I'm a GTA lover. Ladies and gentlemen, I love Grand Theft Auto. I love this franchise. And for me, I play basically every single one of these games every year, just like I play Metal Gear Solid, okay? It's like a yearly replay. This, Mass Effect, Assassin's Creed 2, GTA, this is the kind of games that I love, okay? Grand Theft Auto has some of the earliest gaming memories for me, from the time of filling my dad's computer with malware just to play GTA 2. Ladies and gentlemen, I was a dumb kid. In the PS2 era, GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas basically raised me. The ability for me to drive around an open world and basically do whatever I wanted at the time was an absolute mind-boggling adventure. GTA 4, absolutely loved driving around a New York representation with amazing graphics at the time. Dude, I didn't even think graphics would get better from then. And then GTA 5, driving around Los Angeles with even better world rendering. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Grand Theft Auto has become a massive franchise. And, every time I go on Twitter or any social media and GTA 6 is trending, I'll be putting on the clown makeup. Let's be honest here, okay? I'll be getting into the clown car because we all know Rockstar didn't release a trailer. We all know nothing happened. Ladies and gentlemen, every time GTA trends, it's because somebody released some fucking rumor about it. Now, yesterday was a little different, okay? It wasn't just the average rumor day. GTA apparently got a little woke. Now, before we start off, yes, I know that there's a thing called the culture war. I try to ignore it, okay? I live in the real world, not on the internet, okay? When I leave the computer, when I'm done with the videos and I'm going to work real life, I power off the computer, I touch some grass, and I realize the actual world is not Twitter, okay? I'm one of those people where every time I see the SJW crowd get really angry about something, constantly making me check a privilege here and there. Muda, you can't say that word. It's offensive. Part of me doesn't care, okay? At the end of the day, if something in this video offends you or something in this video shows you that I'm maybe a little too woke for you, I really don't fucking care at the end of the day, okay? You can say that you've lost faith in me, Muda, you fell off. I just don't care sometimes. At the end of the day, I'm a person with my own experiences and lived in beliefs, and that sometimes that people have to agree to disagree. It's the human experience, okay? If you have a problem with that, you need to start living in the real world. Now, at the same time, I also have a great despise for anti-SJWs. The people that constantly call out the SJWs, but at the end of the day, they're pissing and moaning about even the tiniest of, minorities showing up in their media. For instance, whenever I look at video games that get too woke, for instance, I remember when Battlefield 5 was coming out, and there were a bunch of people like, oh no, there's some women in the video game. I guess that's what's going to ruin it. Not the fact that the gameplay was not even similar to older, better Battlefield games, or the fact that the actual gameplay content was really minimal. No, it had a lot to do with woke media garbage that caused it. Not the fact that the game wasn't really filled out there. No, not about that. You know what? To me, all this, anytime you look at the anti-woke community, the anti-SJW community, it's like anytime they see a black person or a minority or a woman or a transgender person or a gay person in any media, immediately it's woke. And for me, I remember laughing my ass off when this one movie came out recently, Lightyear. And, for me, I'm not a fan of these cartoon movies at all, but the outrage on Twitter blew me away. At that point, they were like, whoa, this movie promotes some woke crap. There are gay people in the movie, as if, gay people didn't exist at all before, ever. And I watched this one scene that people were moaning about, the scene that got the movie banned in Saudi Arabia, which, to be honest, anything progressive gets banned in Saudi Arabia. That's not that's not anything new. It was like a literal kiss on the face. That's like a little peck. Once I saw that, I was done. Me and my brother laughed our ass off when we saw the outrage for this. Because really it showed me that both extreme sides of the entire internet spectrum are just that, extremists and losers on the internet. People that don't live in the real world, they don't actually breathe, real world fresh air. But that's enough of what it is. Grand Theft Auto recently had a little leak come out yesterday from a pretty prominent games journalist, Jason Schreier, who by all respects is actually pretty good at his job. A lot of the stuff that he announces really does come out to be true. But of course, this is just rumors. Now, of course, yesterday, Grand Theft Auto was basically announced to have the first Latina female main character for the first time in series history, writes Bloomberg Technology. To which I simply did a very quick Google search for Bloomberg and showed them all the way back in Grand Theft Auto 1 when you could pick any character off the board. I know most of y'all picked Bubba. You had the option to pick Katie, who's a female character depicted to be of Hispanic descent. So no, Bloomberg, you fucked up. I did what was called basic research. Now, of course, Jason Schreier released this article which titled "Rockstar Games Cleaned Up Its Frat Boy Culture." Now, of course, this article normally wouldn't aggravate me, but the moment it kicked out, an hour later, everybody on the internet believed this to be complete inherent fact. Now, of course, I'm going to put up a challenge. I'm going to put up a $100,000 challenge, okay? All right? I'm going to put up the $100,000 challenge where Rockstar, okay, before this day, at the time of this video's upload, has confirmed this to be true. Because none of this is confirmed true by Rockstar or Take-Two. In this article, he hits a few notes, like for instance how Rockstar canceled Cops and Crooks, which was a mode on the children's game. It was basically, if you played GTA 4 online, just a mode between cops and crooks. And they canceled it because of the, George Floyd protests. I have no idea if this is even true or not. The only information I could get was like GTA leak channels, which talked about this in data mined code. I don't know if Rockstar removed it for that reason specifically, but of course, Bloomberg reports it, so I guess maybe it must be 100% factual. This is one of the several politically sensitive actions Rockstar, a division of Take-Two, has done. In recent years, the company removed transphobic jokes from the most recent console release of Grand Theft Auto V and significantly narrowed its gender pay gap. So again, what they're referring to is if you bought GTA 5 on the PS5 and Xbox Series X, Rockstar actually did remove some of the transphobic stuff in the game too. For instance, this is one of the things they removed. This one poster where they reference a toy called Captain Space Toy, Interstellar Transgender, with interchangeable genitalia. They changed this from the PS3 and PS4 all the way to this in the PS5. I didn't know this because I didn't look this deep into the game to begin with. Beyond that, Rockstar also removed these NPCs from the Cockatoo Bar. Again, I didn't know this was a thing, but apparently you had characters who were identified in the game as drag queen, quite literally through the director's mode, and of course Rockstar removed them because apparently this was transphobic. Now, I'm one of those people where I don't like anything being removed or censored from video games. If this is a case of censorship, I believe that everyone should be there. I don't believe in things like punching up or punching down. I think the term punching down is really offensive. It really insinuates that you believe you're above somebody when really you're not. At the end of the day, this joke, from what I've seen, is kind of equivalent to if you take a black character and you give them a bucket of chicken and a 40 ounce and just throw them into this game. It's on the level of that. At the same time, it's a tasteless joke. I can kind of see why Rockstar would remove it, but again, I find it hilarious how Rockstar would remove these elements from a game titled Grand Theft Auto, a game where the main characters are armed and dangerous criminal bosses that run around committing really terrible crimes. And when I say it's a tasteless joke or something, obviously the level of writing here is incomparable to other elements in the game too. If you look at the main narrative, just in the side missions alone, there are two missions that I'd like to draw some attention to, one of them notably when you're hanging out with Beverly, who's a paparazzi that Franklin meets out in Vinewood, and of course from time to time he's a clear hypocrite and somebody who only wants to make money off of capturing the most, the most disgusting photos, if you will, of any celebrity. It's clearly somebody, that Franklin calls out. The main characters do a great job of calling out this bullshit. There's even other elements where Trevor's hanging out with the Minutemen, who's trying to capture who they believe to be illegal immigrants and throw them back onto the other sides of the border. Obviously, Trevor calls out this nonsense. Even the characters. It's sort of a satirical representation of one of the most extreme ends of the spectrum, if you will. And that's just one of the points of satirical writing that Rockstar implements into every facet of their games. It's not just this element too. It's down to car brands, it's down to, stores, it's down to, even if you play the storylines to these games, hell, if you go all the way back to GTA 4, it's a pretty scathing critique on how the American dream is just kind of a joke for anybody that comes across, and sometimes, in most cases, they actually end up spending more than what they're willing to earn in the process. You could play GTA 4 and come across things like that. I would say that GTA has, in a way, always been woke of these kind of scenarios. Maybe that's just me looking too deep into the story. I don't know. I guess most people just drive around and, run over hookers at this point. I'm pretty sure that's most of the audience. But yeah, that's GTA. And of course, that's where I stand on this. Okay, I find it a little wild, but Rockstar decided to do this. I don't know if they retroactively patched the PS4 version. Y'all know Rockstar ain't patching the PS3 360, so if this is the kind of stuff that you wanted to retain in the game for 100% accuracy, this is it, all right? This is the non-woke version. So again, I went down even further into this article and found out that, yes, ladies and gentlemen, GTA 5 has a nihilistic parody that throws insults at everything. Absolutely. If you played anything about GTA, you know that ever since GTA 4, they've parodied every aspect of American culture. All the way from the news stations we watch, such as CNT and Weasel News being Fox, where they have a terror alert every 5 seconds in the game, just like they're parodying the real-life version of Fox. They have the Republican Space Rangers, which riffs on Republicans. They have the Princess Robot Bubblegum anime, which riffs on anime tropes, the hentai tropes. Literally, they have a child beauty pageant website in GTA 4 that once you go to, it gives you a 4-star wanted rating by the FIB. I don't really think that's satire. I kind of think that's how it should be in real life, because child beauty pageants be really goddamn creepy. But this is a game franchise that riffs on everything. Have you ever tried buying a car in GTA 5? Literally read the descriptions alone. The writing in GTA literally satirizes everybody. But of course, one thing that really sent people down into a tizzy was this thing. The first playable female protagonist. According to people familiar with the game, the woman, who is Latina, which by the way, doesn't really feel like a crazy leak. Apparently, it seems like Rockstar is going to possibly touch upon Vice City, which if you ever knew about GTA lore, there are 3 main locations that GTA games have taken place since the first game on the PlayStation 1. Liberty City, the state of San Andreas, and Vice City. And of course, Vice City is the only game in the modern era that hasn't been touched. The last iteration of Vice City we saw was on the PS2 with Vice City Stories, a game that takes place in 1984. Vice City takes place in 1986. But yeah, that's the last time we saw Vice City. We have not seen modern Miami at all reflected in Rockstar. And given with the new Rage engine, we haven't even seen what they can do with a highly detailed version of it. So again, if you look at Miami as a whole and you think, wow, what kind of racial demographics live there? Oh shit, a lot of Latino people. Maybe it's not wild to think one of the main characters might be Latino. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. Of course, they said that this might be the influence by bank robbers Bonnie and Clyde. And we've seen these leaks for years, okay? It's not like this is fucking new. It's just a slow news day, so I guess they had to push it out. Developers are also being cautious not to punch down by making jokes about marginalized groups. Again, nowhere has this been confirmed by Rockstar. It's just literally a report by Bloomberg. That's all it is. But people are taking this as fact. Now, of course, I looked on the internet and there's a few laughable posts. Like, for instance, of course it has. Fucking of course. The once oh so great Rockstar games succumbing to social pressure to add a generic strong Oh my god damn. We don't even know how this character is written. We don't even have confirmation. We don't even have a teaser trailer. And people are already losing their shit on this. Like, for instance, this is an even better one. You are correct. It's not confirmed, which is where I said none of this information is factual. But the racist and sexist jokes are literally what makes GTA GTA. Hold on a second, boys. I remember loading up GTA on the PlayStation 5. Yeah, I wanted to ray trace some old-fashioned racism. I don't think racism and sexism is what makes GTA GTA. I think what makes GTA GTA is the open world, the world simulation, the amount of mayhem you can cause, and the fact that its gameplay structure is still trying to be copied by other AAA games, and still they haven't matched close to it. Oh, I like this one. Not sure a female character fits into the traditional GTA game where your character is expected to run around a city committing violent crimes. That's a little sexist. What do you think, only men can commit crime? Boy, let me tell you about serial killers. You'd be surprised how many of them are actually women. At the end of the day, all right, I find this to be a little insane. How is it that you're trying to put realism into a game where you literally pull a rocket launcher out of your jacket? I don't understand. All right, where's the realism? Where is it? All right, goddamn. Where's the Princess Robot Bubblegum anime that I've been promised? Goddamn. But of course, I can go all in all and talk about this. But generally, looking into this entire thing, there were a few more points to look into. Like, for instance, Rockstar has attempted to reinvent itself as a more progressive and compassionate workplace, which is, according to 20 people who were interviewed, who requested anonymity, Rockstar went from a boys' club and transformed into a real company. A little shocker that it went from a garage company to a multi-billion-dollar enterprise that works under an even bigger multi-billion-dollar enterprise. Can a kinder, gentler Rockstar still produce the chart-topping caliber of game the studio has become known for? Some employees aren't sure. Again, that's where it all ends. We don't know how true some of this is. What we do know is Dan Houser has left the company. The last time I checked, Dan Houser left right after Red Dead Redemption 2, and a lot of the old guard has walked away. Now, being a person that plays GTA Online expansions, I can tell you the writing for GTA is still there. Like, it still has the satire. However, it's time to see how they're going to tackle a new project going on forward. This isn't the first time in Rockstar's history that the people inside the company have ever felt like weirded out by some of their decisions. If you remember a game known as Manhunt, it actually literally caused a civil war within the company on how they were creating controversial titles, where a lot of people in the company literally thought they made a game just to be controversial, a game that was maybe going a bit too far and edgy. Could current day Rockstar make Manhunt 3? Absolutely not. You can't release a game that violent and that good looking on any modern system without getting the adults only rating that'll prevent you from ever selling the game in the first place, in the most part. Now, again, on the whole topic of GTA getting woke, ladies and gentlemen, do I believe that Rockstar Games is getting woke in any capacity? It's way too early to tell. I have no idea. This is all unconfirmed information that a lot of people have been walking around taking as actual fact, okay? There are more people that believe in this than they believe in, like, basic science at this point. And to understand, I'm a little wilded out at this level of, like, misinformation that's floating around. Literally, this is about as credible as, like, the 4chan leaks that we've been reading on GTA 6 at all. For me in GTA 6, when I think about it, I'm literally thinking about all of the actual gameplay enhancements the game is going to have. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get further into it, right, like, this is just leaks, okay? This is on the same level as, like, when 4chan leaks, like, GTA 4 or GTA 6 stuff. We have no idea if it's even real or not, okay? Like Ned Luke, one of the voice actors for GTA 5, has said, if it ain't Rockstar, don't believe it. Now, of course, when it comes to a lot of these things, is the game getting more culturally sensitive? I don't know what that entails, but I'm a person that believes that jokes are pretty much off limits. We should be allowed to joke about whatever and whenever, okay? At the end of the day, it's really up to a company to decide how they go on forward with whatever it is they want to make. Do I think that GTA is going to go woke? Based on some of the recent writing in GTA Online and based on the fact that playing Red Dead Redemption 2, I literally heard a racial slur within like the first 2 minutes of the game from Micah, I don't think the company is too concerned on being woke. I think they're definitely going to tackle controversial subjects if they have to, and they're going to cover it hopefully with the same degree that we've seen in the previous games in their writing. The fact with female protagonists, dude, I don't care. If the game has a female protagonist, I'm not going to not play the game, okay? At the end of the day, they're probably going to go for the 2-character or 3-character system. So if you really want to have like a penis in the game, you'll probably have the option day one. For me, these games are all about the single player, and as far as the single player is left well, and it's a good single player like Red Dead 2 and even GTA 5, I feel like I'm in the minority when I say that, I'm looking forward to GTA 6. Look, there have been some pretty cool leaks come out where they've talked about the actual gameplay changes. I'm excited. For me, if GTA 6 comes out, I'm mostly excited to see multiple cities in the game, multiple environments, up-to-date graphics, absolute jaw-dropping amounts of interiors, and a pretty sizable campaign. Something about the same length of Red Dead Redemption 2, or a little bit more. I'm looking at how many vehicles are in the game, how many weapons are in the game, and how much interactability I can do with the world. I'm not going to give a shit about elements of the game that haven't actually been confirmed. You know, at the end of the day, we have no idea what's in GTA 5, ladies and gentlemen. Or GTA 6, sorry. We know what's in GTA 5. We've known GTA 5 for 3 goddamn generations. I'm excited to see the next element of GTA 6. And this level of rumor, the only reason I'm making a video on it is because of the amount of people taking this as fact. This is just another GTA 6 leak that has come out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wait a little bit and see how it comes out. Now look, I'll end it by saying this. If the first mission of GTA 6 is me protesting against police brutality, then I think we can say that Grand Theft Auto 6 is an absolute failure of a title. Then we can say it's complete woke trash, if you will. But I don't think Rockstar is going to go down that way. And if they do, holy shit, it might be a massive fall for grace. And Jack Thompson might actually end up having the last goddamn laugh. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.